Hi everyone. I hope you're doing well this morning or afternoon or evening whenever you watch this. Um, I'm just sitting here in my apartment. Emmy Lou is, I can't turn it. Just she's right there, sitting right next to the laptop, just chilling, thankfully, and not trying to destroy my plans or the computer. We'll see how long this goes. Anyway, I wanted to just check in with everybody. If you're having any issues or concerns, you have questions, please let me know. Either you can reply below, or you can send me private or send me an email if it's more personal, or if you just want to send me an email. I do not mind. Um, just going to answer a couple of questions about our upcoming assignment, the intellectual freedom case studies. Well, first, I think because I have to, have you all received emails about the multi-factor authentication? That is a word. Faculty and staff have been using it for a while, and I used it as a postdoc. It's basically just another security measure. So what will happen is, like right now, as I'm walking into Canvas or trying to log into Canvas, it asks me authentication. I cannot say that word to save my life. With Duo, which is the app you will download. I'll show you. The app looks like this. Ooh, app. Now glare. You click on it, and so I'm gonna press send me a push, and so something login request comes up, and I hit approve, and I have access to Canvas. This also, like if I haven't logged into my email for a while or other UWM resources, that happens too. So I know there's an enrollment going on right now for you all, and they've been encouraging us to let you know about it. It's just another thing you have to do, but I have my watch, so I usually do accept from my watch or your phone, or you can do kind of like a password to get in if you'd rather do that. So yeah, that's on the horizon. So if you've already enrolled in it, you're probably already experiencing it right now. It's pretty easy. If you have any questions, please let me know, or you can talk to the tech department because they know more than I do. I've just been using it for so long. I'm just used to it. I mean, we get similar kind of thing with Amazon or logging into my Gmail account or something like, is this really you? Type in something. Just 2-factor step in addition to your password. Okay, so now I'm in Canvas and I can look at the intellectual freedom case study. That is due on April. Why does it say April? I thought I changed that. It's due November 17th. Jeez Louise. It says it correctly in the assigned to, so maybe nobody noticed it now. So again, you probably already working on it. It's the 12th. Let's do the 17th again. There's 3 case studies that are all based directly on real world situations. Just like the name of the library has been changed. And in the case of the family friendly, that is actually a really fascinating case. CleanFlix. You can Google it. If you want to use it as a reference, like the actual court case. There's also a documentary about it that I watched years ago. I should watch it again. But these are all based on real world examples. So just putting that out there. And it's perfectly fine to bring in examples from your own life, like your experiences working in libraries or archives or wherever, or just your experiences with libraries, and just any kind of personal experience. That is okay, perfectly okay to add to this. It says it's not a personal opinion statement. It's not. It's really a discussion about the case, and you will like kind of give your viewpoint about what you think is going wrong here or going right. But again, please use your own personal experiences. Those are very valid. Let's see. Also, you're not limited to the readings that we have in this course. You can search wherever. There's so many examples of this, like in the media. There's examples. I mean, you could do Google Scholar search. You could do a database search through UWM. Or you can find news articles. There's a lot out there. So I'm not expecting a long reference list, but just a couple of references to help better support what your focus of your discussion is. I'm not expecting like 20 references. Maybe like 3, 4, 5. But I'd like to see something. And again, this is in the form of an essay. You might want to check out the guidelines for APA citation or APA format papers, because you're going to use that as well for your final paper. So I found a really interesting, this is on the Purdue Online Writing Lab that is listed in the course, on our course site. So please, if you haven't already found all the resources, they're up near the top. And some of them are, I found one that might work. These are electronic sources, if you haven't already looked at those. Like how to cite a Wikipedia article, how to cite an online news article, how to cite something from a dissertation or thesis. Some of these were online lecture notes and presentation slides, how to do that. I'll post this link, how to cite email if you do personal correspondence. This might come in handy later on in your final paper. Well, later on, it's coming up very soon. Online forum or discussion posting, tweets, Facebook posts. These are in my opinion, these are valid. As long as you're not citing them as like these are scholarly peer reviewed, but it is a resource and could be very helpful when you're presenting your case or when you're talking about your issues papers. Some of your topics are still being researched, and there's not a lot of scholarly literature out there, so you may need to use blog posts or comments on Twitter or something like that. So that is completely okay. I don't know about other instructors' opinions, but it's okay. Use Google Scholar. I use Google Scholar all the time. And it has a friendly little citation that is almost always wrong. It gets pretty close to it. Just please check your citations. I'm not going to go through your citations line by line, but I do want you to get as close as possible as you can to the APA format. I made my other class. In my other class, we are same class, but just we're synchronous. I have them right now. We meet this evening, and I'm having them create their own citation format. So that's kind of interesting. That might be something fun to do with you all. I don't know how you feel about that, but it gives you a good perspective when you're creating your own citation format, like what is good and bad about different formats. Like what do you like in Chicago? What don't you like? What do you like in APA? What don't you like? And like, what do you think is really important to be included? Remember, what the point of the citation is not only to give credit where credit is due, otherwise plagiarism, but also so people who are reading your papers, they might find that citation really interesting, or what you wrote really interesting, and they're easily able to go back to that citation, find that source, go to the citation, find that source, and use in their own work. I do that all the time when I'm reading journal articles. I usually will flip to the references, one of the first things that I do after I read the abstract, and see who's listed, like different authors, and just read the titles of the papers and see if maybe it's something that I can use in something I'm writing and working on. So I might create I don't know, would that be something you could anything. You're not limited. Like, you could create. I was thinking about doing creating a citation style and doing a zine, like creating a reference for a zine, just out of my own imagination. Because some are quite complicated when you think about, like, citing a tweet. I mean, I know APA has its own format, but maybe there's others that are better. Maybe you can think of something that is better. That's just an idea I had. I thought another librarian friend did this with her. She's an instruction librarian, and she did this with a class she was teaching, and it's really interesting. I've actually had 2 librarian friends who've done this, or like broken down citation format. I know it's just it's a little bit overwhelming at times, especially as you keep going up deeper into the master's level, and then if you go for the doctoral level, citation becomes incredibly intense. Now I'm rambling, so that is not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure to check in about the paper, that everything's going okay. Remember the 3 case studies? I should have mentioned that they are all based on they all happened, that the library names were changed. CleanFlix, I don't think it's changed at all. So you can go and look up that court case. It's in Utah. So there's a lot to those cases, and you can probably bring in a lot of examples from other researchers or other sources, because I mean, especially the first one, it's always a lot of students respond to this one, when we're talking about homeless patrons, and the way the library director responded to his opinion about homeless or transient people being in the library. I have my opinions about how I should have dealt with that, but you're thinking about this through an intellectual freedom lens. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. If you want me to look over your paper or look over your citations, I am more than happy to do so. I already have for a couple people. Anything else? After this, we just have a final paper, and you have quite a bit of time to work on that. So I still would encourage you to look back at your thesis statement, your outline, your references, and think through those. Just give it a good thought. I know some people can be like me and wait till the last minute, because we are very bad procrastinators. I'm trying to get better at that, but so it goes. Anything else? There's something I was gonna mention, but I'm gonna forget it the second I shut this video off. Let's see. So I hope you all are doing. Here in Wisconsin, the COVID cases are spiking up just a lot. I hope you're taking care of yourself and your family or your or your cat, as I am. It's a very overwhelming situation we find ourselves in. It can be rough on your mental health, rough on your physical health, just general rough isolation, depression, and especially as we're getting into winter, especially up here in the upper Midwest, it gets dark about 4:30, so messes with your mind. That's why I take a lot of vitamin D. I think I mentioned that 18 times. That was a random number. So I hope you are taking care of yourselves. Let's see. And some of you are really great about responding to these videos. I hope you're watching them. I think it's a great way to stay connected to you all and hear from you. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see in the videos. If you'd like me to talk more about discussion board posts, because I do read those. If you would like me to go more into depth into the assignments, or more into depth about, maybe just have a question about something that we read about, a connection to, I can talk about some of the readings. I think the textbook is a little bit self-explanatory, as textbooks are. So you shouldn't have an issue with that. Some of the readings, though, are a little bit just interesting, unique, and with this course, I'm taking a very critical thinking approach. So that's why we have so many articles that give perspectives of people from all walks of life, about librarianship, about issues within LIS, just something to consider. Hopefully you're enjoying reading about a little bit different than a standard scholarly article, a little dry. These are a little bit more interesting to me. That's just my personal opinion. Now I'm giving opinions. Let's see. Okay, in closing, I'd like to know, I usually do like what I'm reading. I'm actually reading, where the book is way back there, but it's by a librarian named, I'm going to mess up her last name, Megan Rosenblum. She works with rare books, but she recently published a book about books that are bound in human skin, and these are very rare. It wasn't a common practice. I'm just starting the book. Another librarian friend, and I are having a tiny book club. So it's just kind of fascinating, because I had heard about books being bound, people making all kinds of things out of human skin. I should have made a disclaimer. But anyway, it's an interesting perspective from a librarian about these very rare. People aren't doing this, I hope, anymore. It's kind of a mind shock. So aside from that, what is making you happy right now? Or what is brightening your day? What are you reading? If you're reading something really interesting, listening to something, listening to a podcast. I'm in love with the podcast, What You're Wrong About, or You're Wrong About is the name of the podcast. So it's been really enlightening. I learned so much. And I am wrong. I just did not know about so many things. That was all Amy Lou now wanting to lie on. Get head down. So hopefully this video will not disappear. Okay. Yeah, please just let me know what you're up to. How are you doing? And taking care of yourself. And anyone says hi, you know she's asleep. And please don't hesitate to email me. I'm happy to look over your intellectual freedom case study. Happy to look over parts of your final paper. But as long as it's not the due date, that'll be a bit intense. So I hope you have a great day, or again, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever. you see this right now, it's chilly but blue day, beautiful blue sky. So it makes me very happy when there's lots of sunshine and all of it. So I hope the weather is okay where you all are. I know there's a hurricane that's happening because my parents live in South Georgia, so they got mostly tons and tons of rain and storms. But so hope everybody was well. I'll talk to you all below in the comments.